The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the mayor and council was published in the Bergen Record and the Suburban News on Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. Do we have approval of minutes?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from September 24th, 2025.
I'll second.
Any comments on the minutes? Not seeing any. May we have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Butler?
Yes.
Councilman Tillman?
Yes.
Councilman Capelo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. There are no communications listed tonight, so we'll move right to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling your last name, and giving us your address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker, unless reduced because of the volume of business on the agenda. Please note, public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the meeting or as directed by the chair. The borough clerk is the official timekeeper. We're now open for public comment. If anyone in the room has any comment, please go up to the microphone here, or if you're on the phone, let us know. Not seeing or hearing anyone, I'll ask a second time. Oh, we have someone. Go ahead.
Hi, Amy Ricefield, 4 Crescent Hollow Court. I'm here to talk about the pickleball courts. I know that a lot has been talked about with Finch Park, and I'm concerned about Oak Street, so I would like to, oh, I should have brought my glasses for this, okay. The Oak Street courts have become a wonderful community spot where neighbors and friends gather for casual pickleball games. We are hoping it will stay open for residents to play. While Finch is going to be a more competitive environment, many of us prefer playing at Oak Street. It's low key, and we've been playing there for years, and we would like that to continue, and we would love to see the hours extended. That's about all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
input. Later on, I'll let Councilwoman Cusick, since she is chairing that committee for pickleball, she can add more comments when she gives her comments. Anyone else have any comment? I'll do call number 2 for public comment. Anyone on the phone? And a third call for public comment. Did you want to?
No.
Oh, no, okay. Not seeing or hearing anyone, we'll close public comment at this time. And we'll move on to, we don't have any advertised public hearing for final consideration. We do have 2 appointments which Mayor Dillon will swear in at our next meeting. We are proud to announce that Mr. Michael Parisi will be the chief of the Ramsey Police Department, and Earl Casey Hines has been named the captain of the Ramsey Police Department. And again, they will be sworn in at our next meeting, at our executive session, or not an executive session, at our regular meeting. We'll move into consent resolutions. Mr. Gutletter.
Thank you, Council President. Gentlemen, be it resolved that resolutions 173, 2025 through and including 179, 2025 having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey be and are hereby passed and approved. With a special permit request this evening, Simba Sanctuary at 151 East Main Street, requesting permission to hold a trunk and treat in their parking lot on Sundays, October 26, 2025. There are no block party requests this evening.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Butler?
Yes.
Councilman Tillman?
Yes.
Councilman Capelo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Well, we're moving along. We're going to have our committee and liaison reports. Once again, Finance and Administration, Councilman Michael Gutwit.
You want to send Polly,
Up.
Polly thing down here? Thank you again, Council President Kilman. My report for this evening, for the Library Board, the Harvest Fest event was on Saturday, September 26th. It was a big success with around 400 people in attendance. Featured a touch-a-truck, a trackless train ride, crafts, refreshments, and a scavenger hunt. Special thanks to the various emergency services who were involved in this event. And Sarah ShopRite for their apple cider donuts, Lutheran Church for parking, and the Friends of the Ramsey Library for volunteering their time. The annual Halloween Blue Bash event will take place Saturday, October 25th from 1 to 3 p.m. in the Children's Room. Will be transformed into a family-friendly haunted house. Friends of the Ramsey Library will hold their used book and jewelry fall sale from October 16th to October 19th. All proceeds go to supporting the library services, and residents can check the library's website for fall programming. For the Recreation Commission, fall rec soccer is underway. Winter basketball registration is open through December 15th and available through Team Snack, with the season running from January to early March. The Halloween parade will again be coordinated with the fire department. Parade is at 10 a.m. on Saturday, October 25th, and the fire department will be hosting the trunk and treat right afterwards till noontime. The Ramsey Farmers Market is open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. through November. Touch a Truck will be held October 26th, sponsored by the Ramsey Juniors. The Second Chance Toy Collection, sponsored by the Ramsey Environmental Committee Green Team, on November 16th. Come check out all the great vendors that are in attendance at the market each and every Sunday, as well as crafts for children and music, and a nonprofit organization is usually in attendance. And I just want to congratulate the incoming captain and chief of the Ramsey Police Department. That's my report for this evening.
Thank you very much, Councilman. Public safety, it falls to me. I have just one comment this evening. The design team continues to make strong progress on the Ramsey Emergency Services Complex on South Island Road. They are developing a revised, comprehensive concept that remains within our set budget parameters despite ongoing inflation and construction costs. Once this design phase is completed, it will be presented to the full mayor and council as well as to the public. Following an internal review of the proposed plan and bid package, the borough will submit the materials to the State Office of Controller for approval before proceeding to the bidding phase. At this time, there is still no timeline for when these steps will occur. And I also, once again, want to congratulate our new chief and captain, and at our next meeting, I'll have more to say about Chief Lyman and how much we appreciate his time with us. And we will move on now to Building, Planning, and Zoning. Councilwoman Jane Woods.
Thank you, Council President. This is kind of my off week. I would like to congratulate our new police chief, almost new police chief, Michael Parisi, and almost new captain, Casey Hines. Very happy that they will be in those roles. The Design Review Board meeting will be Tuesday, October 28th. The Senior Trustees Board will meet tomorrow, Thursday, October 9th, and the Zoning Board of Adjustment will meet Wednesday, October 15th. So that is the end of my report, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We'll move on to, it'll be a quick evening, I guess. Utilities, buildings, and grounds, except for with Councilwoman Cusick.
2 pages.
Thank you.
You can have
All
my
right.
time.
Councilwoman
Please.
Cusick, congratulations to our future appointments, Michael Parisi and Earl Casey Hines for the Ramsey Police Department. The Ramsey Planning Board met last night. There were 2 public hearings. John Royal on 87 East Main Street, and this hearing will be continued to the 21st of October. And Thomas Ashbahamian. Thank you, everybody.
Ashbahian.
I'll use phonetics next time. On the Spring Street Warehouse project was approved. There was one waiver which was approved, and the next planning board meeting is October 25th. So I actually didn't start off my typical way that my report will give an update on the planning board, Shade Tree Commission, Board of Public Works, and I will also touch on our recreation areas. Our Shade Tree met on the 18th of September. The next meeting is 16th of October. Ramsey's a shade tree city now, or a tree city now for 30 years. The Board of Public Works last met on September 15th. The next meeting is 20th of October. Per and polyfluorinated substances, PFAS, are a large group of human-made chemicals, and their persistence in the environment is a concern. The EPA has set forth PFAS water quality limits impacting our well water supply. H2M, our architectural and engineering firm, is collaborating with the Ramsey Water Department on treatment solutions for our well facilities. Our borough PFAS projects are under consideration for low-interest loan opportunities from the iBank. The lead service line replacement project and program. The Board of Public Works continues planning and implementing measures to comply with New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's lead service line replacement mandate, which requires all lead service lines in the water system be replaced by 2031. So I'm glad you're all here tonight to hear this part. Stormwater drains, borough friends, please help keep clear debris from stormwater drains. Clean drains prevent flooding, protect roads and homes, and keep runoff into the ponds and streams free of pollutants. And also connected with that, our Ramsey leaf removal starts on the 13th of October. Please help make this effort safe and efficient. Refer to the annual fall leaf pickup, which is posted on our borough website, which will provide a schedule of the leaf collection program. Please also be aware that piles of leaves should not be placed in a manner which could impede public safety. If the pickup timing doesn't meet your schedule, leaves can be taken to the Ramsey Recycling Center, located in the rear of the Main Street commuter lot. And I can't leave this subject alone. Let me give an update on pickleball. Okay. Thank you, everybody. The Oak Street courts. New plantings have been added around the courts to help with sound mitigation. They'll become more effective as the trees mature. Recreation Director Tyberzi and I met with representatives from USA Pickleball to discuss improvements and best practices at the Oak Street courts. There's been updated signage reflecting new hours and usage guidelines, and we're looking at options to secure the courts when they're closed. In collaboration with Recreation Director Tyberzi, we're also exploring additional sound mitigation measures, such as installing sound barriers and introducing quieter equipment options. And I will address, Ms. Wrightfield, your comments in a second too. Finch Park. At our September Mayor and Council meeting, preliminary plans were shared for the addition of 5 new pickleball courts at Finch Park following an on-site meeting with Land Engineering, who are our designers, last week. Borough Administrator Bose, Recreation Director Tyberzi, and I, along with the engineer from Land, we were able to identify additional space by using portions of the basketball court out of bounds area. So we're not cutting into the basketball court. And there's a soil pile location there. So this adjustment has allowed us to expand the plan to include at Finch a total of 6 pickleball courts. There are space constraints that are with the softball and baseball diamond, the playground, and the access road, and a water line. So I just wanted to add that there. Lastly, the basketball courts, as this was discussed, will remain designated for basketball, maintaining their current playing surface dimensions. And right now, 6 pickleball courts at Finch and basketball courts still staying there. So regarding competitive versus casual, both facilities are for pickleball court players. And in all sports, in the spirit of the game, there should be a courtesy for all of you as athletes. No one has exclusive access, whether you're the world's top pickleball player or whether you're just starting out on the sport. I'll say it again, no one has exclusive access. It's incredibly important that everyone has a fair opportunity to enjoy what will be beautiful new space at Finch. So, thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Cusick. Appreciate it. We move on to Public and Governmental Relations. Councilwoman Sarah Potter.
Thank you, Council President Gilman. I just got back from meeting with the Ramsey Chamber of Commerce. They recently held their home and garden show at the farmers market. It went well. They had over 20 members participate. They will also be participating in the 25th October trunk or treat with the fire department down on Island Avenue. November to mid-December, they are joining with Ramsey Neighbors and 46 members, which is about half their membership. They're going to do a townwide scavenger hunt, which sounds like a lot of fun. There's a great prize at the end. I think it's $2,000 worth of merchandise, and basically you're going to be going around and taking pictures of different businesses, of receipts or purchasing things or what have you. So more information to follow on that. The Ramsey Municipal Alliance will next meet on October 27th, but this is for a parent academy on raising resilient children at the high school. Ramsey Journal, submissions are due 23rd of October. There is a new submission process where we're no longer accepting emails. So anyone who does have submissions from the Ramsey Journal should look at this early and make sure they don't have questions. And big congratulations to Michael Parisi and Casey Hines on their appointments. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Health, Education, and Social Services, Councilman Flynn.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. I too want to congratulate Michael and Casey on their appointments. As always, thank you for their service. I'll start off with first group, which is Rife. Challenger Soccer continues, right? 3 o'clock on Saturday at Dater School till mid-November. Rife also had a art night this past week, and they had 25 Rifers make a beautiful Halloween picture that I'm sure everyone thinks that they made the best picture for sure, but all those postings and the pictures will be up on the website. Board of Ed had their meeting on September 30th, and two things that kind of came out that I think everybody should take a peek at is Dr. Matteo shared a state of the education in the schools and a lot of data, a lot of information in that presentation. So I found it very, very interesting to see that presentation. And number two are the construction projects that everybody kind of knows and going around. Everything's moving along very, very nicely. The parking area should be done by October. The auto and concession stands by the second semester, and the tennis court in the back is going to be ready for the spring season. And my last is environmental, which we are meeting on the 14th. And that concludes my report tonight.
Thank you, Councilman Popolo. As Ms. Bendian said, Mayor Dillon is away. So now our Borough Administrator, Mr. Bruce Bozak.
Thank you, Council President. Just a couple comments on things a couple items on the agenda tonight. Resolutions 178 and 179, which we discussed, are the appointments of the chief and captain effective November 1st. As was noted at previous meetings, Chief Lyman is retiring effective November 1st. I know Mayor Dillon noted at the last meeting that the current captain, Michael Parisi, will be the next chief, as we talked about. With Captain Parisi's promotion to chief, the captain position was open, and current Lieutenant Casey Hines will be promoted to captain again effective November 1st. Both of these positions openings were posted, and Captain Parisi and Lieutenant Hines were the only candidates that applied for each of the new positions. They were then interviewed by the governing body's public safety interview group and recommended to the full governing body for appointment by the mayor and approval of the council. It is a testament to the outstanding careers both of these officers have had to date and their recognized leadership ability, and the other department officers' belief in them as the future leaders, that they were the unanimous candidates for their positions from their fellow officers. The two resolutions confirm the appointments, again effective November 1st, and we will have an official recognition and swearing in of the officers at the October 22nd meeting. On the agenda tonight, there's an introduction of an ordinance to allow a mid-block crosswalk on East Main Street between Veterans Park and the Ramsey High School parking lot area. The Ramsey School District, Dr. Matteo had requested a mid-block crosswalk on East Main Street from the area of Veterans Park across to the new parking lot area for the high school. Mid-block crosswalks are atypical and not usually permitted. It is a Bergen County road and therefore ultimate jurisdiction will lie with the county. The county had indicated to the school district they would ultimately approve it if the borough enabled it first through a local ordinance. This ordinance would approve the mid-block crosswalk in this location. As this crosswalk would only serve the students and other people attending school events, the Board of Education will be funding the design and improvements needed for the crosswalk and the crossing signals to be implemented for safety, and any grants that could be applicable to mitigate any taxpayer costs through the borough or directly with the Board of Education will be pursued as well. And that was all my comments for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jose. Counselor, do you have any comments?
I have no comments. Thank you, Mr. Council
Ms.
President.
Bendian? No. Okay. On that, we will now move to the introduction of the ordinance that Mr. Jose was just talking about. Ordinance 23, 2025. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Ramsey, Bergen County, New Jersey, and more particularly Section 7-32, thereof entitled Mid-Block Crosswalks. Pass the first reading by title, and that said ordinance be further considered for final passage and adoption at a regular meeting of the mayor and council to be held on the 22nd day of October 2025 at 7 p.m. prevailing time or as soon after as the matter can be reached at the municipal building in said borough. And be it further resolved that the borough clerk be, and she hereby is, instructed to publish in an official newspaper of the borough in a manner provided by law, a copy of said ordinance together with a notice of introduction thereof, and notice when the same will be considered for final passage and adoption. Do we have a second?
Yes, Council President, this is Councilwoman Cusick, and I second.
Thank you. I have no further information to add beyond Mr. Bozet's comprehensive explanation of that. May we have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Goodweiler?
Yes.
Councilman Tillman?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hopkins?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. Do we have any unfinished business? Do we have any new business? Seeing or hearing any? May we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone, and have a good, pleasant evening.
My part.